This is Minecraft, a world where everything is 10 times smaller. Mobs, structures, even full biomes are so small that it's actually kind of a problem. You guys wanted this after I suffered while making Minecraft 100 times bigger, so I thought I'd try it out. Because surely it can be harder to make than that, right? Turns out making a Minecraft world 10 times smaller is very hard. The obvious way of doing it is Minecraft's attribute command to shrink everything. This is really funny, and I am absolutely going to use this, but I want to make the entire world generate 10 times smaller, not just the mobs. The first thing I want to try is building smaller versions of everything, like this tree. It's 5 blocks tall and has 50 leaves in it. So what I need to do is just place 1 spruce fence and 5 oak leaves. Boom, we have a 10 times smaller tree now. Do that with literally every other feature in the game, and all the pack that I can use to generate the world is the idea anyway. I got to building a few different tree versions I thought looked pretty cool, like this really big oak tree and this really tall spruce tree. For the structures, I did village houses that are literally just 20 blocks, and a couple of buildings like this stable, this well, and even a bazaar outside. I think the trees are pretty good. They look actually accurate to what the originals look like, but the village houses turned out kinda ugly. Like this 2-story house? What is this cross thing right here? And this single-story house that its roof definitely does not live up to the original. There wasn't a better way to build them because I barely have any size to work with. So let's try something else. Now, a while back, I did a video on the world's smallest Minecraft house where I made this micro-sized village house that happens to be around 10 times smaller. Unlike my awkward-looking village houses over here, that house actually looked perfect because every block was physically scaled down, instead of me over here trying to use full-size blocks. The reason why I didn't start by doing that is because that house literally took 3 hours to make. Each block had to be manually summoned in, pixel perfectly. So surely it would be completely unreasonable to use that technique here to make a full-blown map, right? Here's how it works. I just summoned in a skyblock island out of the same blocks called block displays. It looks like a beautiful skyblock island that you can play on, but as soon as you try to stand on it... help! Yeah, you just kind of die because the blocks are invisible. To make them, not invisible, the only way to do it is shulkers. It's a really weird solution, but if you remove a shulker's AI and summon it directly over a block display, then it makes a fully functional block that you can interact with. The best part is I can do it at any size I want, so 10 times smaller. Also, every block would technically be alive, and you'd be hurting it to interact with it. It's actually so cursed if you think about it. So to make them into an entire Minecraft world, I'd have to manually summon hundreds of block display features, and somehow figure out how to have them generate into the world. This is my only other option though, so yeah, I have no choice but to try it. Alright, now I have a bunch of perfect looking teeny little features. Check it out, now we can have accurate size. I just started with the trees because I didn't want to do everything yet, just in case something goes wrong in a little bit. But they all look so good. Look how cute they are. Especially compared to me, the tallest tree in Minecraft isn't even as tall as me. But wait, how do I put them together to generate a Minecraft looking Minecraft world? I think I might know a way to do it. With data packs, you can change a bunch of world generation settings, including making biomes that are super tiny. Like, you can make them so small that desert pyramids take up entire desert biomes. Then I'll just have the features I made generate on top of it to have a working tiny Minecraft world. Just gotta generate a new Minecraft world here with it. And ta-da! Oh, the biomes are totally smaller. Just all the ugly trees are here. This looks actually so cursed. Meaning I'll just need to make it so none of these trees or features generate. Then obviously make the custom features I made generate on top of it. Hopefully it should be really easy. Yeah, no. Minecraft doesn't let you turn off trees like you can with structures. Probably because that would completely ruin the entire beginning of the game. So I spent 5 hours looking up and trying different things to make trees not generate. Luckily, as a desperate ploy, I went to this Discord server called Data Pack Hub, and a helper solved it in less than a minute. Yeah, that is actually so embarrassing. So anyway, we have a Minecraft world that has super small biomes and doesn't generate any trees or features on top of it. Woo! This is actually almost even more cursed. Minecraft, but the biomes are smaller and there's no trees. Every time I walk up to one of these armor stands, all of the little trees will generate on top of it, and it seems like it's actually working. Oh no! Oh, I'm actually lagging so hard. What the frick? I'm literally at 2 FPS right now. What is going wrong? I can tell you, yeah, it's me 2 weeks in the future. Things got really intense. The problem is that all those trees are made up of hundreds of little block display entities. Now, I assumed that because they're all super small that it wouldn't make it more laggy, but turns out if you spawn a ton of those trees or thousands of entities, it obliterates your FPS. It doesn't matter how small they are. So literally just to fix that one problem, I spent around an entire week trying to figure out how on earth I can make a tiny tree that isn't laggy. I tried a lot of different methods, but the one that finally worked was item displays. Basically, instead of having to build out of individual mini blocks, you can use custom models that are way more efficient by telling Minecraft it's an item. Kind of like how shields or bed items have these neat 3D models when you hold them. I'm just replacing them with my own models. It's actually how people have made full-on games like Portal without having to use any mods, which is insane. I think it's crazy someone would do that. The only problem is I had to manually custom model and texture every feature in the entire game, which is why it's been 2 weeks. But hey, it looks so good. I simplified all the textures so the trees look super cute now. And I also model all the plains village houses, pillager outposts, and ruined portals that spawn all around the world. I removed all the default trees and blocks that would normally give you crafting materials like wood. So instead, if you hit features like this village house a bunch of times, it'll drop blocks. Just a lot less than normal because they're super tiny, obviously. Also, you might have noticed that I used the attribute command technique from earlier to scale all the mobs down. So you literally feel like a giant walking around. Next, I need to make it so you can use all these resources to beat the game. Let's head to the Nether because the first thing I'm going to do is delete the default fortresses. Oh, they don't even fit in my Nether anyway. To shrink the Nether, I made the ceilings and biomes really small, so fortresses spawn outside on the Nether roof because of how big they are. They just take up the entire Nether roof. I could make the new ones using item displays like the other mini features, but then you wouldn't be able to get blaze rods you need to beat the game. So instead, I'm going to go design my own custom fortress that is as small as humanly possible, but big enough to walk through still. It would have been really boring to make the fortresses whole because there wouldn't be any variety. So I split it into all these parts and set up a random generation system that generates brand new fortresses every time you see one. I accidentally made them spawn in way too frequently. I'll fix that, don't worry. But check it out, they're super tiny and cute. You can see the blazes spawn in at their TD spawner locations. They're actually kind of annoying to hit. And all the platforms are super small as you walk through them. I used the same method to make the stronghold, which is definitely my favorite structure in the entire map because it makes you feel so claustrophobic. And the portal is made out of 4 frames. Just look how cute this thing is. I can just fill it in with 4 ender eyes and go on through. We've made the overworld 10 times smaller with all of its features and world generation, made a full-on nether with super tiny fortresses that make you feel like a giant when you walk through them. So the last thing the map needs is a 10 times smaller end. I'll start by deleting the big end island and making a smaller one using Axiom. Axiom, I love you by the way. Then design some mini pillars that have end crystals on top of them, and use the attribute command to scale the dragon down. Use the attribute command to scale the dragon down? What? Yeah, you can scale literally every entity in the entire game, including bosses like the Wither, but you can't scale the dragon for some reason. That is a huge problem because if the end fight sucks, then people will just leave the map really confused. So I came up with an idea that I think makes it even better. The Dragon Swarm. Once you beat the normal dragon, look away for a second. It floats up and does its fancy exploding animation. So I code it to explode into a mini dragon swarm made out of retextured phantoms, or mini dragons. Phantoms are kind of boring though, so you'll see that I added phantom jockeys like this skeleton jockey, baby zombie jockey, and my personal favorite is the chicken jockey. It drops exploding eggs on you every once in a while, and they're super fun to dodge. With that, we've officially made Minecraft 10 times smaller. To beat the game, you have to deal with being a literal giant as you wreak havoc across entire villages and forests for basic resources, deal with overpowered tiny mobs that do not let you kill them easily, fight your inner claustrophobic claustrophobia as you fight blazes and get to the portal room. All just to finally beat the dragon swarm with dozens of tiny dragons that will obliterate you if you're not careful. If you want to try it, it's on my Planet Minecraft for free. I think you'll have an awesome time playing it. See ya!